Hey, you all, welcome to the Beyond the Field channel. I'm sitting here with the head coach of Duke football, Coach Manny Diaz. Thank you so much for having me here. Really just want to talk about player development. One thing, being a former player development professional, one thing I know that player development cannot happen without the commitment of the head coach. And so when you see what John Bowell Ford's doing and under your direction, the importance of player development, can you talk about that for the athletes that walk into your program, the importance of developing them now and even after their career is done?
I think it's the number one responsibility of the program. There's only one certainty, and that's football ends. And I think John does a phenomenal job with our guys of seeking your identity outside of this game. Because if it's only wrapped up in this game, when that ends, then you have no identity. And that's why most guys, when they get done playing, they lose their sense of gravity because all they've known is who I am on the football field. So we want them to excel on the field, but to do that, you have to have, your eyes on something that is permanent. And there's so many ways that John impacts our program, but I think that's the general theme.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I was doing in my research, I got to talk to guys about networking. I started doing research on Duke alumni, and I was just like, whoa, wow. We talked about LinkedIn and things like that. In your role, I know you spend a lot of time with Duke alumni, and the access that they're giving to your program and to your players. How, going back to the importance, as a head coach, saying to a recruit, to a player, to whoever wants to be a part of your program, a parent, just using the leverage of that incredible alumni group you have, how has that impacted?
Every school I've worked at has thrown away the line, or thrown out the line, it's not a 4-year decision, it's a 40-year decision. Mm-hmm. At Duke, it's really true. Right. Our alumni are everywhere. They're obviously extraordinarily powerful people. But what makes them unique, in my experience of getting to meet the people, is how much reverence they have for Duke University. They almost, to every story I hear, everyone gives the full credit to their time here at Duke. And so they feel obligated to help those that are at Duke, to become the next generation of alumni. So there's really two ways I look at it. It's the ones who have left this university or have gone on to do unbelievable things, and they are really unbelievable things. But the other ones are the ones that are on this campus now. Not just our players, but who are our players sitting in a classroom with? What are they going to be in 20 years? Who are they going to be in 20 years? So if you come to Duke and only hang out with your fellow teammates, you're really missing out on great networking opportunities with your age group as well.
Absolutely. And then, Coach, I'm a big believer in, and I've seen it, and I got to find the data points, but I'm a big believer if you take care of the player overall, they actually do perform better on the field. And in your experience, Coach, doing my research on you, you have a plethora, you weren't just a coach your entire professional career. How does that, when you see it in your experience, how does pouring into a player off the field show up to how they play on the field?
Well, first of all, there's a great saying, they don't care what you know until they know that you care, right? They want to know that, especially in this era where college athletics, people are trying to pull it where it's strictly transactional. I think at Duke, it's still transformational. I still think we have the ability to do so much more than just to teach a guy how to throw or catch a touchdown or make a tackle. And then I think there's, I never think there's a distinction. I think what it takes to be a great football player is the same thing it takes to be a great man. So I don't feel like, okay, now I'm going to teach you, great life skills and how to be a man, and okay, now I'm going to teach you how to be a great football player. I think the qualities are the same. Just the idea of just being dependable, being trustworthy, having integrity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those things, you can't really be a great man without those things, but you certainly can't be a great football player without those things as well. So I just think the messages, go across both aspects of their lives, and I think the players see that.
Absolutely. And then my last question, you already spoke about JB and the importance he has. When you saw, because there's a lot of coaches who are like, you know what, I want this. What did you see in JB to bring him on and give him that opportunity to impact your athletes? Because a lot of coaches they know the position, they just don't know what it's like to find the right person to get it.
Well, he's got great experience because he's been in their shoes, young enough to relate, but also old enough to have distance, you know what I mean, and seen life beyond football. But more than anything, he's a great connector, and that's what it's about. Life is about relationships, it's about connections, and it's about people who our players can feel is out for their best interests, and I think that's where John has excelled in our time in this program is that our players know that he's there to serve them.
Awesome. Coach Diaz, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I forgot to bring my book up. I'll get it to you. But thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks.